Today we're going to continue making seascape animals. We'll use some of the animals that were in that book that we heard last week about hippos can't swim. I'm going to have the video to play for you first of the story again so we can review. And then I'm going to show you how to make each one of the animals, and then we're going to make them into something different. We're going to make them into a mobile. And for the mobile, all you're going to need is a hanger or even a stick. You're going to need paper to draw on and color. If you have tissue paper that you would put in a gift bag, you could use that. You could use construction paper. If you have old magazines, you could use old magazines, or you could color strips of paper. You might need a glue stick or tape. If you don't have that, you can always just tie it. And if you want to use yarn, you could use yarn. I'm going to use special paint sticks, but you can color with whatever supplies you have. So I hope you're having an awesome day, and stay tuned for more. Hello, my awesome artists. Today our book is Hippos Can't Swim and Other Fun Facts. It is by Laura Lynn DeSenia and Hannah Elliott. It's illustrated by Pete Oswald. Hey there, did you know that hippos are the third largest living land mammals? They come right after elephants and white rhinos. Did you know that a hippo's nose, ears, and eyes all are on the top of its head? That way if a hippo can breathe, hear, and see while the rest of it is underwater. But did you know that hippos can't swim? That's right, their bodies are too dense to float. Instead, hippos walk underwater along the riverbed or use their feet to push it off in order to move. Splish, splash. Can you swim? If you ever go swimming in an ocean, there's your chance you'll run into a sea turtle. Even though sea turtles seem like slow animals, they can swim up to 35 miles per hour. That's much faster than a lot of other sea creatures can go, and much faster than a jellyfish can move. Jellyfish float with the currents of the ocean. Wouldn't it be nice to float all day long? Sometimes jellyfish can produce light in their bodies. It's called bioluminescence. Jellyfish use this quality to scare off predators, since the light can startle other animals. Fireflies glow too, but they use their glow to communicate with other fireflies and to attract a mate. They can control their glow so that it stays steady, pulses, or it flashes very often. A firefly light comes in different colors, and it can be green, yellow, or even red. Zebras don't come in a lot of different colors, but their black and white stripes do help camouflage them. To predators such as lions, the stripes appear to blend into the wavy African grass. Did you know that a zebra's stripes are as unique as a human's fingerprints? Zebras may all seem the same, but no two zebras are alike, just like no two humans are alike. Zebras are attracted to things that are black and white striped, just like they are. If you simply painted black and white stripes on a wall, a zebra would talk to it. Raccoons, on the other hand, are attracted to shiny objects like aluminum foil, pots, pans, and look out for the furry animals in your garbage cans. Chipmunks are more likely to be found in the woods than in your garbage can. Did you know that all summer long they collect nuts, seeds, and berries by stuffing them in their cheeks? Then they drop off the food at their homes. When the chipmunks return home to hibernate for the winter, they slowly eat all the food they collected in their cheek. Boing, boing. Kangaroos have pouches too, but kangaroos are marsupials. This means that their pouches are used to carry their babies. As you probably know, kangaroos hop everywhere. They use their strong back legs to hop in their muscular tails for balance. If you bounce on a pogo stick, you can hop like a kangaroo. A rabbit is another animal that hops. Rabbits may hop much more slowly than kangaroos, but the longest record ever recorded is 10 feet. Rabbits can give birth up to 35 baby bunnies. 35 baby bunnies per year. Some types of rabbits live as families in underground burrows. It's nice and cozy down there. I am very glad that I am not a rabbit. Look at that poor mom and dad and all those babies. Some bats also live underground in caves. Others live above ground in trees. Bats have excellent hearing. If there's an object or an animal nearby, a bat will send out a sound that bounces off the object and then echoes back to the bat. By doing this, a bat can figure out how big the object is and how far away it is and how fast it's going. While bats sleep all day, worker ants in a colony don't sleep all day or all night. Instead, they each take 250 naps. 250 naps, lasting just longer than a minute. This way, many of the ants are awake at one time and can continue building the colony. So, I think the ants have the perfect life. 250 naps. Even if it is only a minute a day, that would be awesome. Herons catch fish by standing still for long periods of time and waiting for the fish to swim by. That may sound boring to you, but herons do it to survive. Did you know that the great blue herons live in colonies as well? They mostly live along coastlines or near ponds or in streams. We have a gray heron right now that comes and visits at our lake. Herons are 3 to 5 feet tall on average, whereas hummingbirds are among the smallest of birds. They are usually only about 3 inches to 5 inches. So they're so tiny that sometimes they look like flying insects. Hummingbirds can hover in midair by rapidly flapping their wings 12 to 80 times per second. So there's the heron, and then look at the little hummingbirds. That one's tired. Blue whales are bigger than both hummingbirds and herons. They're actually the largest animal that has ever lived. Did you know that? They can grow up to 100 feet long. 100 feet long. And weigh 180 tons. And unlike hippos, blue whales sure can swim. And then there's all kinds of So I thought we would start with an extremely easy animal, and we're going to do an animal that can live on land or in the water, and we're going to draw a turtle. So to draw our turtle, we're going to start by drawing our rainbow shape or half circle across the top. We're going to put a bottom for our shell. Then, and you can make yours a little straighter. Miss Friend's doing hers sideways. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to put 2 feet. There's 1. There's 2. So notice I came down and I just went around with a hump, went back up. And now I'm going to put 2 feet on the other side. So these are closer to us, and we're going to put 2 that are on the other side. So we're going to go up a little bit and curve it up on both sides. So, and then we have a shell. And then we have legs. I'm going to come back here, give a triangle tail. I'm going to come up in the front and kind of give a tear shape. I'm going to give a mouth and an eye. You decide if it's a boy or a girl. And then you're going to do your shell. You can put all kinds of patterns on your shell, but we're just going to put a basic shell pattern. So we're going to start by putting a curve. Then another curve, and then a third curve. Now you might need more curves because your turtle might be bigger or smaller than mine, so you put what you need. Then we're going to put 1, 2, 3 lines on the first row. On the next row, we're going to not put them directly underneath, we're going to move over a little bit. So if you look, they're not directly under here. I moved them over some. And let's do it this way. I moved them over some. And then I'm going to finish with the front and the back. So there's our first animal. It's a turtle. Now we're going to draw an octopus. I guess I figured you got to have an octopus underwater, right? We put that in octopus in in our rainbow fish lesson. So we're going to turn the page. We're going to turn our book horizontal, because for the turtle it was vertical. I'm going to flip it over so I can put it in the middle more. There we go. So we're going to start again with that same shape. So we're going to draw a different fish than we did for our rainbow fish. When we turned our book or our paper horizontal, we're going to draw that rainbow shape starting in the middle, but it's going to be longer and not as tall. And then we're going to do the same thing. Notice I didn't go all the way over here. We're going to do the same thing underneath. All right, so there's the beginning of our fish. We're going to come back here with two curved lines that are opposite. And then inside of there, we're going to draw lines. And we're going to try to keep them balanced. Think about symmetry as you do this. Then you need to decide if you're going to connect them on the end with a zigzag or inside or a wavy line. I think I'm going to do a wavy line all the way across. But like I said, you could have done triangles or a zigzag on the side. We need a top fin. I'm going to run out of room, so mine's going to be a little bit more tilted. So notice it curves more, and the rainbow fish, we made triangles. But these are going to be a little bit fancier, so I'm going to curve this one down. I'm going to curve it back. Put stripes on the side. I'm going to separate my head. And then from here, I'm going to do very similar, except my lines curve in instead of curving out. Bring this down here. All right, now I need an eye and I need a mouth. So I'm just going to give it a small mouth, and then I'm going to come up here and give it an eye. And we can't forget our zigzag lines for our gills. Now, we're going to close our tail. If you want to put a pattern on your fish, you could put stripes, you could put polka dots, or you could put scales. I'm going to show you how to do scales right now. We're going to start from the head and go towards the tail. So we're going to make big, curved rainbow shapes. When I come to the tail, the side fin, we're not going to go over top of it. We're going to pretend like that line continues. I'm going to close this side fin up a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to do another one right there. Now for the next row of scales, it's kind of going to be like we did with our turtle or with bricks. They're going to go between them. So this one, go between these. And then this one goes between these. Now we don't want to leave the ends, so let's curve it over on both sides. And we're going to keep doing that until we get to the end of the body. So here we go. Do that one, do this one, connect on the sides. All right, here we go. Split it in the middle each time. And if you notice, I split that one twice. Now I'm down here so I can space them out more. If you wanted to, you can make them all the same size like I am, or you can make big and go to small. But you decide what works best. You see what I did right there? You see how I messed up? Just it goes to show we're all human. So now we're going to draw a snail. So to draw our snail, we're going to start with that rainbow shape again. Notice my paper is horizontal. So start with that rainbow shape. And then this time, instead of finishing the bottom straight across, we're going to curve it till we get to the inside. So we did our rainbow, and then we went like a tidal wave in a curve. Now we're going to come up here to the front, and we're going to tilt it out and bring it back. That's the back of our snail. We're going to come up here to the front and curve it up. Kind of like a candy cane, but pull it out. Pull it back down. And then we're going to give our snail an eye. And of course a mouth. And then you can put antennas on it on top. There's one. There's two. There's my snail. I'm going to put curved lines to make the shell look three-dimensional. See that? All right, there we go. There's our snail. So the last thing that we're going to add is a jellyfish. And the jellyfish is probably the easiest thing there is. So to draw our jellyfish, you're going to curve in our rainbow shape. Then you're going to draw a line straight across. You're going to put your eyes here and here. And then if you want to put a mouth, you can put a mouth right there. And that's it. That's all you got to do for a jellyfish. Because we're going to add the tentacles and things that come off the jellyfish. The stingray part of it. So, here's my jellyfish, and I'm going to put the part that comes off of the jellyfish that's floating in the water. And I'm going to use paper tape. You can use any kind of tape that you have at your house, and if you don't have tape, you could use glue stick. And I'm going to tear a couple off real fast. And if you can't, because you don't have a glue stick, then when you draw it, just draw it with all the parts hanging off of it. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of the tissue. I'm going to fold it at the top. I'm going to stick it through to the other side. And then I'm going to take some of my paper tape and I'm going to tape it on the back. See, because you can't see it. So there's 2 of them. Then I'll take 2 more. I'm going to fold them right here. I'm going to push them through the top. Then I come up to the top. Like that. So now I have 2 sets. Take 2 more. Push them through, tape them on the other side, take 2 more, push them through, tape them on the other side, 2 left. Twist them, push them through, tape them on the other side. There we go, 1 left. Great thing about paper tape is you just roll it off and you can tear it. So there's my jellyfish. Isn't it cute? Now if I wanted to make it fancy, then I can take the strips and I can fold them like a fan. Forward and back and forward and back. And then look. So I can fold them like a fan. And then they'll be zigzagged. They don't work as good rolling around a pencil, but you can do forward. So there it is. There's my finished mobile with underwater animals or animals that live above and below water. So you can see what I did is I attached each of the animals with the tissue paper and then I taped it up here or glued it up top So there's my jellyfish and my regular fish, my turtle, he's hiding up here at the top, then our hippo, and finally our snail. So make a mobile. Now I recommend hanging them in your house. You can hang them up high in your house. I just brought it out here so you could see how they move. And then if you can see, I finished mine by putting tissue in between. You don't have to do that, but you could and make it more interesting. So there's my mobile. So today I'm going to color with what are called quick sticks. These were given to me. We've used them in our class a couple of times, but these are awesome because it's paint in a stick. Very similar to our oil pastels, except bigger, and it comes in a tube so my hands don't get all messy. As I color today, I'm not going to worry so much about staying in the lines because I know. Now, just because I use quick sticks doesn't mean you have to use quick sticks. Use whatever you have at your house. Don't make your mama go find some quick sticks because you won't be able to find them. You have to order them. You could, if you have supplies at your house, use what you have. So I finished my animals. There's my fish. Notice my fish is with cool colors. It's hard to see the video. Go this way. So my fish has cool colors.